we've looked at our lean canvas so far and thought about the problem and solution, ways we're going to reach our customer, but really ultimately the most important thing for us to know is whether we are successful or not. And how do we do that? Well, we capture data and we look at some key metrics for us to know whether we are successful. These will vary depending on the business that you're running. So it could be things like revenue over time or customer growth over time, etc. And again, this is one of those things where it will really depend on the type of business you're doing. And so in the Airbnb's case, what they were tracking was how many people actually signed up to the platform, whether they're the hosts or the travelers, what are the sort of daily active users, monthly active users that they have. They were also looking at ways in which people were recommending, and so one of the key metric was NPS or Net Promoter Score, which showed how likely customers are or which in this case are travelers are to recommend this service to other travelers, as well as homeowners are to recommend this to other homeowners. So that's something that you can also think about in your own startup is what are the different key metrics that you will use as a way to measure progress and to see whether your solution is actually solving the problem that the customer has. The most important thing when you're building your startup is to think about what sets you apart. And this is not just your unique value proposition, but also what is that unfair advantage that you have? Why is it hard to copy you? Why is it hard for competitors to come in the industry and take over market share? Well, specifically when you think about your unfair advantage, you can think about ways in which you are different and ways in which you have something, whether that's separate data, a unique insight or something like that that is very hard for people to copy. In some cases, it's also intellectual property. So for Airbnb's example, what they had going for them was that they had homeowners who could, any homeowner can rent out space across the world, which was something that was really not possible with some of the other existing solutions. They also enabled trust building between both the travelers as well as homeowners. So they had a rating system, which meant that travelers can rate homeowners and homeowners can rate travelers to be able to say, whether that was a nice place that they stayed in, whether something was wrong there, and whether the travelers actually were neat and clean and tidy, and that would, over a long period of time, build that trust, so that, I can use Airbnb today and look at a particular homeowner or a particular listing and see whether I want to stay there, and not just based on the photos, but also based on the previous reviews that people have left. Similarly, one of the things that a lot of homeowners were worried about is in case some travelers are rowdy or can trash their place, and so for that reason Airbnb also provided a homeowners insurance that was very specific to stays that Airbnb was providing, and that also meant that these homeowners can sleep easy knowing that if something goes wrong, there's an insurance that will cover them. So those are some of the key reasons that put Airbnb apart compared to some of the rest of the competition. But probably one of the biggest unfair advantages that Airbnb had was they're doing something so unique and new and novel that for a lot of others in the market, they didn't even believe that it was going to be successful. So if you do come up with an idea like that, that's amazing, because that means that it will be a long time before competitors even think about trying to replicate you.